Radio's Music Spotlight.
Y'all know what time it is.
Are you ready to go backstage and meet your favorite artists?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, let's hit it, y'all.
Put on your all-access pass.
Thank you so much. This means so much to me. I appreciate it. Woo!
And let's go backstage with host Trisha Cruz.
Reginald Reggie Noble, better known by his stage name, Redman. Yes, I'm talking about Redman as in Method Man and Redman, one of my favorite rappers and one of your favorite rappers' favorite rapper, Redman. I got the honor to speak to him when he called into the mini mansion to discuss his new album, Mudface, the movie How High, and advice for you up-and-coming rappers. I got the one and only Redman on the phone.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
Yes.
So, where are you right now?
I'm in LA. I'm actually in the gym right now, LA Fitness right now.
Oh, the one on Hollywood Boulevard, or?
The one off of Cahuenga, up there off the Highway 101.
Nice. Getting your work off on, ready for your release of your new album, Mudface?
Yes, today, yes.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it because I watched the video, Dope Man. And, yeah, tell me, you directed it, right?
Absolutely. That was my directorial debut. Yeah, absolutely. I've always been directing, but now I'm really taking it serious and behind the scenes and writing scripts, and I want to produce a movie within 2 to 3 years.
Hey, man, it's going to be a blockbuster because everything you do turns to gold.
Hey, thank you, Trish.
Yes. I mean, Dope Man is awesome. I've been tweeting about it. I've been talking to all my friends about it, making everybody watch it, and everybody's like, this is dope. So it's a perfect title for it.
Thank you. And you know what? I always won in my career by going against the grain. So all the listeners out there, all the young folks that want to learn about longevity in your career, one way that I won was going against the grain. And I knew that like a texture like Dope Man is needed.
Yeah.
Because everyone forgot how to have fun. Everyone forgot how to add production value in a video besides using women and showing fake money. That's so played out. And that's why it was like, yeah, it was like a breath of fresh air to a lot of fans out there, and I like to thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you're bringing hip-hop back because it's, for a minute there, I was, losing faith in it.
Absolutely, we all were.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And the hook, hey, Mr. Dope Man, I like your gold chain and your fancy car. I can't stop singing that.
Yes, because it sounds so original, and it sounds so refreshing to hear like an old hip-hop sound that is needed. It's like an eargasm.
Yeah. Oh, perfect word. It is an eargasm.
Yes.
Perfect word for Playboy, too. Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody listening right now, make sure you go out and buy Mudface, out today, November 13th. It has 13 tracks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 13 tracks, 2 of them are skits. This is like this album. Everyone is really waiting on the Muddy Waters 2 album, which is coming next summer, 2016. But this is like an appetizer before that album because I have so much material, and I just didn't want to keep the fans waiting for that album to come out. So this is like an appetizer to Muddy Waters 2.
Wow, and this appetizer is going to fill everybody up. So
it
is going to take till 2016 to get us hungry again because, I mean, it's good. It's amazing. Can you, if you can, describe with one word, if it's even possible, I'm going to call out the name of every track, and you can just, like, whatever word pops into your head, okay?
Okay.
All right, Dr. Travis.
We back.
All right. What's really hood?
What's really hood? Bud.
Okay. Beastin'.
Beastin' Boys.
Getting inside.
Fuck you.
Muddy Island.
Muddy Island. That's a skit, and I would label that as secret. Because it's like a secret to how the Muddy Waters 2 album goes.
Awesome. Okay, and this word, I'm Mexican, but I can't say it. N like me.
N like me. Okay. International.
Yeah. And, of course, my favorite, Dope Man.
Ha ha. Original.
Let It Go.
Let It Go. Fucking good one. Fucking good. Let It Go. One word to describe Let It Go. Frequency.
Okay. Bars.
Oh, bars. I have to say bars.
Okay. High to come down.
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9, love it. Won't be fiendin'.
90.
Undeniable.
Hood, HOOD.
Go hard.
Energy.
You did it.
Yes.
So
I like. First of all, I'd like to thank Hugh Hefner and everybody at the Playboy Mansion and all the Playboy bunnies that showed Red and Meth so much love when we did that little that event up there at the Playboy Mansion. They welcomed us with open arms and let us use the mansion. And Hugh Hefner came up there and said, "Hey," and I just think what he's been doing for years and showing that support has been real genuine. I like to thank him from Red and Meth for letting us use this spot.
for sure, man.
Yeah.
And I know by now you probably have heard that we're going PG. How do you feel about that?
You're going PG.
Yeah, as of March 2016, the magazine will go PG.
Oh, so no more tint out.
No more Bush.
I mean, at least we have the option. Or it's just going to be PG, no more.
Yeah, just PG, not an option. It's just going to be PG. How does it make you feel? Because,
it's like what Amsterdam is doing. They're trying to make Amsterdam commercial and more for the family. When Amsterdam is known for coming to Amsterdam, going to coffee shops.
Right.
That's what they're known for. But the government is trying to change that and make it more commercial and shut some of the coffee shops down, kill their, what they're about. So I don't know. I mean, anything positive always works. But I don't know. Playboy is one of the originators, and I'm always want to see some cities.
Yeah, true. So when was the first time you even saw a Playboy? Do you remember how old you were?
It had to be like when I was maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah, that's a good age.
Yeah, about 12 or 13. They had a book. They had not Playboy, but it was also a book that I saw. My pop that was called The Joy of Sex. Every older person that's over 50, they know that book, The Joy of Sex. I saw it around that time with Playboy. I was like, damn.
For real, right?
For real.
If you can hang out with the man himself today, what would you do?
If I can hang out, first of all, if I can hang out with Hugh, it has to be on a day that Red and Meth has a show. And usually we have residency in Vegas, so we perform in Vegas 2 times a month. I would love to invite him to a show and bring him on stage while we do Rock Walla and have him jump up and down with the crowd.
Oh, that would be so amazing, Hugh. If you're listening, you got to take him up on this offer, right?
It will go all over the internet. We will blow the internet.
Oh, you sure would. And I'd be right there up in the front row for damn sure.
I know that's right.
So tell me, where have you been for the last 5 years? I know you're a busy man, but what you been up to?
Well, I've been behind the scenes. As you all know, this is Redman and Method Man. I think second to third year of being independent. We've been on jail for over 20 years.
Uh-huh.
And this is our first couple of years of being independent. So we've been really learning the ropes, getting the business down packed, seeing where we're going to take our brand to continue the movement of Red and Meth and Wu-Tang and Def Squad.
Yeah.
Also, I got kids, so I also been learning for the last 7 to 8 years to balance my business more and having time with my kids. When I'm home, I'm taking my kids to practice. I'm taking them to school some days.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
So artists. I know for artists, it's really hard to kind of balance that sometimes.
Yeah.
But believe me, if you're an artist and you can balance it and you learn to balance it and you get to take your kids to school and make sure that you're there on time and taking them to practice, it's a real good feeling for when you get back to work. Then when you get back to work, it makes you feel good about working. Like you did your time with your kids, not time to work until you get back to your kids again. So the last 5 years, in a nutshell, I've been really just getting me and getting my brand together and getting business together.
Nice.
And my team's been learning the ways of the new era on how to build and connect with people because it's different in the 90s, you know?
Yeah. And speaking about kids, what advice do you have to all those kids out there who look up to you, who want to get in the game?
The advice I would have to kids that want to get in the game is don't listen to the radio. Besides your show.
Exactly.
And I mean, don't listen to the radio, meaning don't listen to the song that's being played 20,000 times a day and thinking you have to do that caliber of music to win. Yeah. No, you don't have to. The radio is fooling you. People want to see originality, people want to see unity, and people want to see an artist build from a struggle. You know, every artist now think they have to come out being rich, saying they rich, saying they got money already. Don't nobody want to see that no more. It's tiring. People want to see an artist build and show their struggle and how they got to the top, and they want to be there with you as you rise to the top. So remember, be original. Get your own producer. Y'all sit down and take it back like we used to. Like, for example, when you heard Wu-Tang, you know that RZA did the beat. When you heard Cash Money, you know that when you heard EPMD, you know Eric Sermon did the beat. Yeah. When you heard Tribe Called Quest, you know Q-Tip and Ali Daheed did the beat. So we need that original. Y'all need to be recognized when someone plays that song or that record. You want somebody to be like, who is that motherfucker? Yeah. You don't want to spoon feed your music to someone. Please play my song, or could you please play me on the radio, or could you please listen to this? Make sure your first impression is your last impression in a nutshell.
Well said. Originality.
That's right.
Right. So
that's right.
Are you going to be going on tour with Mudface?
Yes.
Yeah?
I am. Yes.
Do you know how soon and when and where you're going to start?
Let me see. The month I usually do a promo run like maybe like a month after it comes out because I'm still doing press around the area. Right. But usually I do a promo run overseas in the States and Canada. I mean, that's the usual because we put on such a good show. Right. You know, we always have those, I think, terrains that we have locked down to always come back to do a show. So, yes, Mudface, I will be touring. Yeah,
I can't wait. Can't wait to get my tickets for that. But, you know.
You ain't got to get no tickets, girl. You VIP, Chris.
I love you, Red. You're the best. I'm going to take you up on that. But let's talk about the music industry a little bit because it's changed a lot. Before, you'd put out an album and you really didn't have to tour a lot. But now the tables have switched, you know. Now you kind of have to tour a lot because album sales are down. How do you feel about that? Because, you know, it takes you away from your family and whatnot.
No, good question, Tris. Back in the day, in the 90s, we sold albums. Mm-hmm. Like, no one sold albums like we did. Like, we went platinum and gold like it was nothing. Yeah. And you're right. If you had a good deal that was in place, you will earn off albums being sold. But the difference between then and now is that, you know, even though we sold all those units, we didn't really, the independent game wasn't the way it was. Like, it was only a few cats that could do the independent game real well, like dudes like E40 and Ice Cube and a couple of other dudes. But mostly the game in the 90s was labels, and labels were strong in the 90s, from Def Jam to Jive to, you know, to Universal. They was all popping it, and we didn't have the kind of deals that allowed us to get money off of each record sale because we would be rich as a motherfucker right now. Right. So yeah, nowadays, since the record sales aren't what they used to, honestly, Trish, being honest, like, for producers like Red and Meth, Ghostface Killer, Keith Murray, Raekwon the Chef, Eric Sermon, all of us, like, it's still basically the same because we never made money off of units being sold. We always put out an album for us to tour. That's where artists really get his money from. It's from touring and endorsements and his merchandise. Record sales, and you take that little bit of money and invest it right back into the project and do more things. Got it. That's where all our money really came from, was touring, merchandise, and endorsements. And that's why we made dope albums to do that. So So nothing's really changed? No, not really. Yeah. Just the record sales has changed, though. That's all. Got it. So do you have any pre-show rituals besides my favorite 420? You know what? Pre-shows, no. You know what? No, not really. Actually, when I'm done with the album and it's about to come out, I usually forget about that album. Like, I just try to forget about it and just try to learn it so I can put it in the show and add it to my show. But really, I forgot about that album, and I moved on. I done moved on. I done forgot about that album already.
Yeah.
It ain't even out yet, so I don't have any rituals. I just try to get it out to the public as soon as possible so I can move on.
Nice. So do you have any crazy tour stories you can share with us here at Playboy?
Oh man, I could give y'all a story off the Hard Knock Life tour when we was all on the I think everybody knew about this too. When we was all on the tour bus and shit and fucking DMX and shit. DMX, no, you know it, never mind.
No, go ahead.
Right that's my dude right there. My nigga DMX and shit. I don't know, I guess he hit something on the bus and we was parked on a hill in the Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was his bus. I forgot whose bus it was, but he got behind that bitch, the wheel, and I guess he must have threw that shit in neutral, and that bus went on down the hill and ran in the side of a house.
Oh, no. With all of you guys on it?
Yes, sir. I think either we was on it or we was watching it. It was his bus right next to us, but I think we was on it. I don't know, but the whole bus went on down that hill a little bit and ran right in the side of the house.
Oh, man. Crazy. Well, I'm glad you guys are okay after that.
Yeah, come on, man. That's my dude right there. I love DMX. That's my cousin right there. Oh.
So I've just recently read that edibles ruined your life.
Yep.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, I do want to talk about it. That fucking, I ain't know, when you put that marijuana butter and milk, ice cream and shit, that shit is banned. Yeah. So my boy make these little cup ice creams. There's only like 3 to 4 scoops in there. Like 3 or 4 scoops, the ice cream going, the thing is going. He said, just eat this slow. I said, look how little it is. I can finish this in 2 scoops. I did. And 5 minutes later, before leaving the dispensary, I was fucked up. I had to cancel the meetings. Everything I had to do was fucked up for the day.
Oh, no. Yeah, because people don't realize that it's a different high. It's more of a body high. You feel like a zombie, like you just can't move.
Horrible. So I went to my hotel. I got to my hotel. I was fucking sighing. I was whining. I was crying. I was laughing. I was dying. I ran out in the lobby in my underwear because I thought I was stuck like this forever. I ate something, went to sleep for like 4 hours, woke back up, and I was still high. I started crying again. I was like, oh no, I'm stuck, I'm dead, I'm fucked up. My kids going to have to take care of me. My career's over, everything. I just thought the worst, and I just was so miserable. I just went to sleep, and then when I woke back up, it was over. I said, shit, never again.
Never again, right? I feel you, man. Never. I don't touch those edibles. I did it once, and it was enough for me. I was like, done.
Never a fucking again.
Never, ever, ever. So tell me, what city has the best weed?
Oh, Redman and Method Man has been around the world 800 times.
That's why I'm asking, yeah.
There's no place in the world that got better weed than California.
Okay, California love. That's
nowhere.
for sure. So
That's
first,
right.
Do you remember the first time you smoked weed and how old you were?
Yes, I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
And I was in Alabama with my uncle hunting. We was hunting for rabbit and deer. And I hit it when I was like maybe 13 or 14 maybe. And that first hit, because I've always smelled it.
Yeah.
And I always had a keen nose, so I was like, wow, what's that shit? That shit don't smell like cigarettes when my dad be smoking. That's some other shit. And I smelled that shit, and they let me hit it. And when I hit that shit, man, at that young age, I was like, wow, what the fuck? And then, actually, a rabbit ran in front of me.
No way.
And I didn't shoot the motherfucker. I poked it with the gun. and I usually, because I had a rifle, and usually I fucked that motherfucker, but I hit that joint, and it was over. I couldn't do nothing. And that's what turned me on.
You know what? I was 13, too, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Wow. Yeah. 13?
I was 13. I remember I was with my brothers at the park, and I caught them smoking weed, and I was a big tattletale, so they made me smoke so I wouldn't tell on them. And
I loved it just as much.
Wow. And you wasn't mad at him, was
I
you?
wasn't mad at them, and I didn't tell on them. How about that?
No, that's right. You go good.
But you know what? You're like me. You don't like blunts, right? Especially with the
No.
with the cigarettes.
No. I ain't gonna lie now. I don't like cigarettes, but I can't smoke joints. I smoke backwoods. I like the leaf. I like the leaf, either Fonto leaf, a natural leaf, or just a leaf. I don't like Swishers or the Dutch Masters or blunts. That paper is too harsh.
Yeah.
And when I try to smoke joints, like, I don't know, the paper fuck with my throat more than a regular blunt leaf would. So
Right.
I don't know. It's just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't like pipes though.
You don't like pipes at all?
Come on, I'm from the East Coast. You know we
Yeah,
can't
that's
no
true.
pipe
That's
like
true.
that.
And you don't like sharing, right? You'll roll one up for somebody, but you won't share your own.
No. I give a person some bud, but I will not share my blunt.
I hear you, man. That's good.
That's
the
right.
best way to smoke it too.
That's right. That's
to yourself.
Right. Because when I smoke, I don't like having to wipe the end off. Make sure it ain't wet and all that shit.
Yeah. It's more sanitary too.
That's right.
So tell me, what did you do with your first big paycheck? Do you remember?
Yes. Good question, Trish. I love your questions, baby.
Thank you, love.
I actually waited for that check to show my pops.
Aww.
Okay, because before I got that check, I was kicked out my mom's and pop's house, and I really didn't have anywhere to go. So that's when I went to go live with EPMD.
Uh-huh.
And I left my state of New Jersey for like 2 years, and I just went out. And I didn't go to. I went to college. I did 2 years at Montclair University, and I just stopped going to college and just pursued this career.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my pops had a little falling out about my music. He, my music I used to make in the basement, my little rap tapes, he used to crush them and shit because I was cursing a lot and I was talking about negative shit. So he used to crush my tape. So I told him, I said, one day I'm going to make this money and I'm going to show you. And sure enough, my first check was for maybe 20 grand.
Wow.
And I immediately jumped on the train. No, I was driving. I immediately jumped in the car and drove to Jersey just to show him my first check, just to rub it in and say, look, this is my first check. This is more than what people make in a year.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, this is my first check. Thank you. And thank you for believing in me. And I left. And I ain't talked to him for like 2 years.
Wow.
Then I went back and I was like, I'm sorry, that was wrong.
Yeah. What did he say after those 2 years?
No, he was proud. Like, he was very
bet.
proud of me right now. I understand what he wanted me to do because he wanted me to secure my education. But he don't know that, college nowadays are not just the best move.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You got to learn a trade. You got to learn, you got to pursue what you love to do.
And everybody's path is different.
Yeah, exactly. So I just wanted to show him that I pursue what I love, and I did it for the love. When you do things for the love, the money will always be there.
That is the truth. But let's just say, I hate to say this, but let's just say that this didn't work out. What would you have done if you would have stayed in college? Do you know?
If I would have stayed in college, I probably would have been work at some kind of business, probably trying to be first of all, the reason I started rapping and wanted to have a career because I don't like to get up in the morning.
Okay.
I don't like to. I knew at the age of 15, 16, I remember too. I remember this day. I remember the day I said, wait a minute, I'm working this job. Mm-hmm. I got to work here at least 5 years to get a raise. And then for me to try to get a Benz and own my own place to stay with that kind of money they paying, I would never survive. Yeah. And then I got to wake up in the morning and get into traffic just to get to a person that's going to tell me what to do. And I knew from there that it wasn't going to happen for me. I knew I was going to either sell drugs, because I was all right doing that with the people I knew, or I had to be in business with someone that I have to get up in the morning. So it was going to work out.
Well, we're glad that you pursued your dream because we have to thank you from the bottom of our heart for sharing your talent with everyone in the world. Seriously.
Hey, yeah, thank you. And I appreciate that. And I'm glad I chose that decision, too.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
Because I wasn't bad in college. Like
Did you get good grades?
I was all right. Like I had a D, and I was like a C average. But mind you, I was going to college with big jewelry on and selling drugs. Like, I really didn't take it. Like I had a cousin, Larry, that went to the same college, and he stayed on campus. So if I wanted to stay in his room, I'd go up there and stay. But I wasn't taking it serious. There was a couple of dudes up there that had chains on, and I was one of them. And that's
You're
not
big
what
balling in college.
yeah. That's not what school was about. So I just pursued my career.
So what's next? The movie business for you, obviously.
Absolutely.
Okay.
How high too?
Yeah. Hey, I heard that you guys were under budget on that.
You know, Trish, we was way under budget. We were so much under budget on the first How High that we had extra money to shoot extra scenes and still had money left. And we grossed them over $400 million for a movie they paid under $15 for.
Wow.
So we didn't understand why How High 2 wasn't ready for it to go finish the first one was done.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, you wait, God, you ask for what you want, God, you shall receive. And, you know, it's never too late. They just now, you know, getting the ball rolling, I would say, on as far as How High is being written. Hopefully by this time next year we can be shooting, you know?
For sure. It's going to be another blockbuster, that's for damn sure.
You damn right. Yeah, that's right.
So everybody listening out there, make sure you pick up Mudface today, November 13th. 13 tracks, they're just going to blow your mind because they blew my mind. Right?
Thank you. That's right. And tell them to prepare for Muddy Waters 2 next summer.
2016.
That's right.
Sure.
Hey, absolutely. So Trish, I'm besides being behind the scenes, I'm in Hollywood. Like I said, I'm trying to produce and maybe write a movie later. I'm also working with my artists on the album, Ready Rock and Runt Dog. They've been Giller House. They've been my team for years. Watch out for any work that they're doing. Method Man has an album out right now called Meth Lab. It's on iTunes. Go pick it up. Eric Sermon has an album called ESP. It's on iTunes. Go pick it up. You can find me on Twitter at The Real Redman and on Instagram at RedmanGilla, RedmanGilla, or my website, www.redmansworld.com. That's RedMans world.com. Also, you can check us out in Staten Island. If anyone is in the Staten Island area, you can check out my store, me and my homie's store. It's called Richmond Hood. And we have great sneakers, great wear, T-shirts, hats, anything you need. 827 Castleton Avenue. Holla at us. And also, I'm working with the beautiful Miss Amber Lachey. She's an R&B artist, young, talented. She's from Atlanta. Look for her. You can find her on Instagram on I Am Amber Lachey. And she's great. And, you know, I'm just really taking advantage of all this new opportunity and independence that I've been missing the last 20 years. And, you know, everything is going to work out great. And thanks for everybody supporting me on that Dope Man video. I will be directing more joints for y'all soon. Yeah. Also, Ugly Jones, you can check me for any work. Thank you, Trish.
No, thank you, sweetie. I really, really appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you, Red.
Thank you. Bye.
And there you have it. For more information, log on to redmansworld.com. And make sure you pick up Mudface today. I'm Trisha Cruz with Playboy Radio's Music Spotlight.